So today's lesson is how to use the appropriate tense for every situation. So you know that in every language we use sentences in different tenses. So there's the present, there's the past, there's the future, etc. In English it's the same thing. And so that's what we're going to learn today. The objectives of the lesson is that at the end of this lesson, you should be able to know, you should know the 12 basic tenses of the English language. There are more than 12, but the most important ones, the basic ones, there are 12, so you should be able to know them. You should also understand the 4 present tense. So today's lesson is going to focus specifically on the tenses of the present. And then you should also know how to use them. You should know when to use them. So the 12 basic tenses, as you know, there are 3 main periods of time. There's the past, there's the present, and the future. Okay? And then every period of time has 4 basic tenses. So for the past, here, we have the simple past, we have the past continuous, we have the past perfect, and the past perfect continuous. Those are all tenses of the past to talk about something that has already happened in the past. Now, to talk about events that happen now in the present, you use the simple present, you use the present continuous, you use the present perfect, and you use the present perfect continuous. The same also applies for the future tenses, where you have the future simple, the future continuous, which is also called the progressive future, the future perfect, and the future perfect continuous. So these are the 12 basic tenses of the English language. And today we are going to focus on the present. So we will go deeper into the 4 tenses of the present. The first one is the simple present, as you may know. The simple present is used to talk about general truths, talk about general statements, to talk about facts, habits, actions that happen all the time, or that are true and relevant all the time. So for example, if I say, I play basketball, that is something that is a habit because I am a basketball player. I play basketball all the time. That's what I do. So you use the simple present. She lives in Chicago. It's also a habit. It's something that happens. Today, when she woke up, she was living in Chicago. Yesterday, she woke up, she was living in Chicago. Tomorrow, she wakes up, she's still in Chicago. So it's something that is a habit. It's constant. It's a statement. And so you use the simple present. A general statement or general truth is something like the sky is blue. Every day of your life, you wake up, the sky is blue. Everybody knows that the sky is blue. It's a general truth. So you use the simple present. You eat a lot. Ever since I've met you, I've noticed that you're the kind of person who loves food and you eat a lot. So that can be considered a fact. It can be considered a habit. And so you use the simple present in situations like this. Things that happen all the time, things that are true, things that are relevant all the time. The sky is always blue. If I'm a basketball player, I play basketball. I'm a girl. That is something that is always going to be true. And so you use the simple present. The next tense that we're going to look at is the present continuous. The present continuous is used to talk about actions that are happening right now, actions that are happening around now that are not habitual, and to talk about future actions that we have planned to do before speaking. So let me explain what that means. Actions that are happening right now at this moment in time. Right now, I am teaching an English lesson. Right now, you are watching me teach a lesson. Right now, we're having a meeting. It is happening right now. I am watching TV. I am teaching English right now. So you use the present continuous for actions that are happening in the moment. Talking about actions that happen around now, if you say he's looking for a job, so my friend John has lost his job. He doesn't work at the moment. He's looking for a job. So right now, he's not maybe right now online looking for a job, but in this period of time around now, he's looking for a job. That's what it means. So it's something that is happening, maybe not right now as I speak, but in this moment in time, he is looking for a job. These are instances where you use the present continuous. Another example is future actions that we have planned to do before speaking. So an example I can give you about that is, for example, I'm a woman and I'm not married, but I want to one day be married. I want to one day get married. So I will normally use the future to talk about this and say, one day I will get married. One day I will get married. I will get married one day. But if I've already met someone and we already engaged and we already decided that we are getting married on Monday, then you will not say, I will get married on Monday. You'll say, on Monday, I am getting married. I am getting married on Monday. So it's not happening now, it's happening in the future, but as I'm speaking, I already know when it's happening. I've already made a decision. I've already planned for it. It's happening. I am writing an exam next month. It's not happening right now. It's in the future, but it's a done deal because I already know that's what's going to happen. So actions that are happening right now, actions that are happening in this moment in time, so around now, or actions that will happen in the future, but that are planned and I've already made a decision about, and it's going to happen exactly when I know. I am getting married on Monday. I am getting married next month. I am getting married in December. I am getting married next year. It's the future, but because I already know exactly when it will happen and I've planned for it, I can use the present continuous. The next tense is a little bit more complex. It's called the present perfect. The present perfect is used to talk about experiences. It is used to talk about changes or about a continuing situation. An action that started in the past, but that is still relevant in the present. So, for example, we have lived in Paris. It's an experience. It's something that happened maybe a long time ago, but it's still true today. I still have that experience of having lived in Paris because we have lived in Paris. He has never eaten sushi. It's an experience. You eat sushi? Have you eaten sushi? No, I have never eaten sushi. It's an experience, so you will use the present perfect. An action that started in the past, but that is still relevant in the present. You can say, for example, since the beginning of this pandemic, many people have lost their jobs. It started in the past, but it's still relevant today. Since March, because of COVID-19, people have lost their jobs. They have lost their jobs, and today they still don't have jobs because of the pandemic. So these are actions, these are situations in which you would use the present perfect to talk about something that happened recently and is still relevant today. It happened in the past and it's still relevant today. Or to talk about an experience or something that has changed. He had a job before, now he doesn't have a job anymore. He has lost his job. Last but not least is the present perfect continuous. And like the name, you can understand that it is a mixture of the present perfect and the present continuous. Now, when do we use the present perfect continuous? We use it to talk about past actions that have recently stopped, past actions that are still continuing today, or past actions that have a consequence in the present. Let's look at examples. To talk about a past action that has recently stopped. I am tired because I have been running. So the present perfect continuous is here. It's this part of the sentence. I have been, which is like the present perfect, and then running, you add a verb with the ing, sorry. So I was running, it happened in the past, but now it stopped recently, and the consequences of it or the effect of it is that I am tired now. It's affecting the present. So something that happened in the past that is affecting the present. I am tired because I have been running. I am tired because I have been studying all night. I am tired because I've been playing video games. Another example, past actions that are still continuing. You don't understand because you haven't been listening. You haven't been listening. You have not been listening. That means that I started talking in the past, you weren't listening, and I'm still talking now, and you're still not listening. So it's an action that started in the past. You not listening started in the past, and it's continuing until now. That's why we use the present perfect continuous. S'il fallait traduire ça en français, ce serait l'équivalent de, ça n'existe pas bien sûr, mais ce serait le participe passé continu. Donc c'est quelque chose qui vient de se passer ou qui s'est passé récemment, mais qui continue à se passer en ce moment, au moment où je parle. How long have you been learning English? That's another example. I have been learning English. If you say I have been learning English, it's different than I have learned English. I have learned English would be the present perfect. It's something that happened in the past that has a consequence now is that I know English, but it has stopped. But if I say I have been learning, it means I started learning in the past, and even now, as I speak, I am still learning. I started it in the past, and right now, I am continuing to learn. I have been learning English. All right? I don't know if it's clear, but that brings us to the end of our lesson, and I will give you time to ask questions, and we can always come back to the lesson whenever you want. So I just wanted to let you know, to leave you with this sentence that says that 1 in every 100 English speaker knows the basic tenses perfectly. The other 99 still use them naturally every day. That means that all these tenses that I spoke about now, all the 12 basic tenses, English speakers do not know them. All of them do not know them. They don't know how it is. They don't know how you're supposed to use them. All these rules that I just told you, they don't know them, but still they use it every day. So this is to make you understand that you do not need to become an expert at these tenses. You just need to be aware. The purpose of this lesson is to make you aware of the rules so that you can base your English on it, but don't become obsessed with it because even English people don't know. It is not necessary. The point for you is to start speaking naturally, to start speaking almost instinctively, and you will know with experience when to use a specific tense and when to use a different one. Donc, je vais le redire en français. La phrase dit que si on prend 100 personnes aujourd'hui, 100 personnes qui parlent anglais couramment, et qu'on leur montre une phrase en disant la phrase là est conjuguée à quel temps, ils ne sauront pas, une seule personne sur 100 pourra vous dire exactement quel temps a été utilisé. Les 99 restants ne sauront pas vous dire que là, c'était le present perfect continuous, là, c'était le past perfect, là, c'était le future continuous. C'est la même chose pour nous en français. On utilise le français tous les jours, on conjugue les verbes à des formes, mais on ne sait pas forcément. Si on vous dit subjonctif présent, conditionnel passé, plus que parfait, c'est des choses qu'on a appris à l'école, mais aujourd'hui, je doute fort que l'un d'entre vous puisse me dire exactement que le subjonctif passé se conjugue comme ça. Il faut mettre l'auxiliaire être ou l'auxiliaire avoir et la deuxième personne du singulier et le verbe du troisième groupe. Toutes ces règles-là, il faut les connaître, mais après, il faut les oublier. Et donc, ce que je vous invite à faire, c'est de ne pas vous focaliser sur les règles parce que c'est pas comme ça qu'on apprend à parler. On apprend à parler avec l'expérience, au fil du temps, en lisant, en écoutant, en s'exerçant et en participant. Et au bout d'un moment, les choses vous viendront de manière instinctive, les choses vous viendront de manière naturelle, parce que vous aurez vu ça quelque part, vous aurez entendu ça quelque part. Vous saurez que pour cette phrase, il est préférable d'utiliser le participe passé que le passé simple. De la même façon qu'en français, il y a des phrases où, pour parler de quelque chose que tu as fait l'année dernière ou la semaine dernière, tu ne diras pas nous mangeâmes du poulet la semaine dernière. La phrase est correcte, mais on n'utilise pas le passé simple dans le langage courant. On dira nous avons mangé ou on a mangé. Mais ça, on le sait, c'est au fil du temps. C'est en parlant, c'est en s'habituant à la langue. On sait qu'il y a des formulations qui sont un peu trop strictes. Il y a des formulations où tu te dis Molière, ma fille, à quel niveau? Et c'est la même chose en anglais. C'est la même chose en anglais. Tous ces temps-là, vous devez les connaître, vous devez savoir à quoi ils servent, mais vous ne devez pas vous focaliser dessus en mode il faut que je sache exactement comment on conjugue le verbe avoir au subjonctif présent ou à l'imparfait du conditionnel. Ça ne fonctionne pas comme ça. Donc voilà, c'était ça le but de la leçon d'aujourd'hui, que vous compreniez quels sont les temps, comment ça fonctionne. En général, il y a 12 temps, comme je vous ai dit, les temps du passé, les temps du présent et du futur. Et c'est à chaque fois le même schéma. Les temps du passé, il y a le past simple, past continuous, past perfect and past perfect continuous. Pour le présent, c'est la même chose. Il y a le simple present, present continuous, present perfect, present perfect continuous. Pour le futur, c'est exactement la même chose. Il y a le futur simple, future continuous, future perfect, and future perfect continuous. Voilà. Donc, ça nous mène à la fin de la leçon du jour. J'espère que c'était suffisamment clair.